Sunday reflection, 10th September. Today's Gospel is Matthew chapter 18, verses 15 till 20. And Jesus says, where two agree upon one thing in this world, they will receive from my Father who is in heaven. So when you listen to Jesus' words, when you read the Bible, New Testament, you can see on many occasions Jesus is making clear and sure to you that in a prayer, whatever you ask him in his name, you will receive. Today he says, where two agree upon one thing, they will receive. That's what he says. In Gospel John 14:13, he says, whatever you ask in my name, I will give it to you. That's what he says. I will give it to you so the Father, my Father, will be glorified in his Son, in Jesus Christ. That is the purpose. So, do you believe that? Do you believe what Jesus Christ says about the prayer and your petitions you put in front of him in your prayers that you receive? Do you believe that? You know, when I look at the experience of a prayer of many people, many Catholics, and this is from my own personal experience of missionary life, Europe, Africa, and now in Asia. I have the feelings. I cannot say it is fact, it is a fact. No, because I do not go to the people's houses and to check if they pray or not. No. But I have the strong feelings that many people, many Catholics, they do not pray regularly, meaning every day. They do not. Many people, Catholics, they just stop asking God on prayers and they just look for things according to their logic, wisdom, talents, based on their own capacity. And many Catholics nowadays, unfortunately, but that is my impression, they do not believe to God at all. So we ask ourselves, what is a prayer? Is a blessing, grace, or you have to, obligation, curse, cross? Yes, as some people say. Is a prayer life or death? You need to ask those questions again and again and see what is your understanding about prayer. Prayer is a coming together, presence of two people, you as a human being and Jesus Christ, who once became a human being, and he dwelt among us. He knows what is to be a human person, and he dies on the cross that you have and rose from the dead, that you have the full access to the beauty and love of his Father. That is a prayer, coming together. There's a prayer. You ask him, you thank him, and you are with him. So we need to know that prayer is based on faith. On faith. You believe what he says. He says, whatever you ask, I will give it to you. So the Father is glorified in me. Do you believe that? And it is. St. Paul says in his letter to Romans chapter 10, verse 17, the faith begins in listening to Jesus' words. So many people say, I pray and ask God, and it looks like he's quiet. I ask for this or that, and he does not give it to me. And they quit. They stop praying to God. They stop asking, making petitions to the Father in Jesus Christ's name. and they go their own way. And in Saint Jacob, chapter 4, verse 3, he says, you pray and you do not receive because your prayer is wrong. You are asking only for your own, on your own desires, for your own desires. And Jesus says, whatever you ask, I will give it to you, because to give glory, the Father is glorified in my name. So you ask yourself, very simple question today. What is your prayer? It's an encountering of two people who are in love. When you kneel down in your prayer, do you love Jesus Christ? Are you loved by Jesus Christ? Simple, but very important to ask this. When you pray, do you trust in His words, what He says in the Bible? Whatever you ask, you'll receive. And remember, there is no prayer with faith and loving Jesus Christ. And on the other side, there is no faith and loving Jesus Christ without a prayer, daily prayer.